Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that one of our admin received. The translation, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as anonymous? I am a South African woman. You can call me Lebohang, and I am 27 years old. So I used to live the kind of a life where I thought that people would end up feeling jealous about me because I was enjoying life. So this is how I got to meet this man that comes from Zim that made me to do all of this wicked stuff, so much that I hate him with all of my heart. But what can you do? Even if you hate a man that has a lot of money, at the end of the day, you are going to be the one that will come back to him, betraying yourself by asking for forgiveness because you will be so broke. Like you always say that, I know that when you break up with me and after you would have broken up with me, you are going to unblock me after a couple of days because of your brokenness. It hurts me. Someone comes to your country and then uses you and continue to tell you that you are a broke nothing. Without him, you can never have anything. There are so many times that he has sent me into panic mode. The stupidity of my life is that when I started dating this guy, I never even thought of saving enough cash. So each and every month, I live from paycheck to paycheck. If he pulls out on me, I can lose even the car that I have. There was one time that he even pranked me and sent someone to come and collect the vehicle, for he knew that he had not yet given me the money and I was unable to pay the money, and the car was collected. I cried to him until he deposited the money and the car was brought back to me. He then told me later on that it was all because of him. It was just a prank, and he wanted to show me that without him, I was a nobody. Like he always tell me, he is always telling me all of these things that make me to feel as if I am not a human being at all. But when we started dating, he was the most charming man that one could ever date. He took me wherever that I wanted to go to. He bought me a very beautiful vehicle, and with the way that I had grown up in a very poor family, I never expected myself to drive a very beautiful car like that. So this is how I got to meet this man that is from Zim. Way after graduating from college, I could not get a job. Maybe it was because of the type of a diploma that I had done that made me to feel so useless. I would go around just dropping CVs. This man, he owns an engineering company. You know what he did? After I had gone to drop my own CV by chance at his offices, that was when this man said that one day he was just bored at the CVs and he looked for my name and he searched for me online, and he said that when he saw me on Facebook, he said that I was like the most prettiest girl that he had ever met in his entire life. I was surprised to receive a phone call because I had dropped this CV a very long time ago and I had forgotten about it. He told me that he wanted me to come to his offices. When I arrived at the reception, the receptionist was so moody and she did not want to assist me. He was not there. I was heartbroken. Just when I was walking out of his office, that was when I met him. We spoke and he took me out for lunch, and he said that no, he did not want to give me like a day-to-day job. He wanted me to become his girlfriend. I was like, yo, so this is where we are headed to. All that I wanted was a job. Now I have gotten this man. But what I did not like was that he was from Zim. Like, I don't have anything bad to say about men from Zim, but with everything that have happened, I think that I was right to stick to South African men only if I could have gotten one who could take care of me in time. But unfortunately, I ended up being in the wrong hands in which I can't even escape. So Whilst we spoke, he told me how much he was going to give me and how he was going to take care of me. I was so excited. The very first night when we slept together, we only had about half a round, and after that he removed the condom. I did not even protest, for I wanted it. I was even wishing that I was not on a family planning, but to my surprise, in early 2023, I found out that I was pregnant. At first, I was terrified. I knew that he was a married man. What if he was going to refuse this pregnancy? I told him anyway. He caught me by surprise. He was calm. He said, "Don't worry." As he was busy making love to me, "I also want this baby. This is my baby." His words confused me, and he said this is part of the plan. What kind of a plan? Well, I thought that maybe his plan was marrying me or something better. And one night, about 5 months into my pregnancy, I woke up. I was in so much pain. I was bleeding heavily, and I knew something was wrong. He did not rush me to the hospital. He went with me to his friend's house, who is a doctor, and I was freaked out. I said, "Man, can't you see that I am in pain? What are we doing here? Can we go to the hospital?" And he said, "No, this was okay." We were at this very beautiful house, but my brother, in that moment with the pain that I was feeling, I did not even care if I was in heaven or what. All that I wanted was to be in a safe space, and the only place that my spirit was telling me was going to be a safe space was in the hospital, a government hospital where he could not touch me. That night, Brother Nashi, he told me that we were supposed to have a cleansing ceremony after the miscarriage. My child had been taken by that doctor and had been placed in a plastic bag and was bundled in this other small container, a plastic container. Brother Nashi, my heart sank as I watched everything that was happening. He went out and he came to me, and he was wearing this thick red robe that made him to seem so scary, and he was holding a little walking stick with his friend. And then later on, about 35 minutes from that event, I saw other people walking in. They were all dressed in the same clothing that my blesser was wearing, and then they started to sing in their language, and he said, "You have to trust me." Brother Nashi, the things that I am about to tell you, to this very day, they sent shivers down my spine. One of the guy picked up the baby and went with the baby downstairs, and I knew that the baby was taken to the kitchen. I heard chopping sounds. After that, that was when he returned back with a bowl that contained my baby's flesh, and I was told to eat just a little bit. I refused. They grabbed me, and the way that they were grabbing me, it was quite scary, as if they were about to kill me. He was the one who came, and as if he was a psychopath. At the same time, he was laughing and trying to comfort me. And he said, "Soon it will be over. Just eat only one slice. Think about me. I am going to eat almost everything." I felt disgusted, but he pushed just a little bit of my baby's flesh into my mouth and forced me to chew until he wanted to choke me. That was when I swallowed. I cried throughout the night. Brother Nashi, that is what happened to me. I thought that I was going to escape this man, but he has since started threatening me financially, and he tells me that I can never survive without him, and that is an honest, painful truth. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to us by one of our admin who helped us with this translation. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Yo.